All right, so I was telling one person. I don't even know how we got on the topic, but I was telling one person that remember that situation I had when I was dating dude a couple years ago, and like remember I called you and I was like pissed off because I was basically stuck. We were supposed to be officially in a relationship, and I was basically stuck, outside the gas station. Like my car, stopped working, and he's like 10 minutes away at a cookout. And I remember that,
Mm-hmm.
and like I was like, hey, the car's not running this and that, and it's like 5, 6 o'clock, it's starting to get dark, and
Left your ass stranded.
well, he's like, I can try. And then I was like, what do you mean you could try? Like, you're at a cookout. What do you mean you can't? You're like 10 minutes up the road. So basically, out of nowhere,
Mm-hmm.
you know, someone else calls. And, I'm like,
Conveniently, that's how
huh?
it usually works.
Exactly. They just not like they popped out of nowhere. That person knew that we conversed every now and then, but this person just so happens to call at that
Time.
time.
Right.
And they're like an hour away. And I'm like, well, damn. Now, I turned down the offer. They offered to come give me a ride. I turned down the offer, but later on, when me and my then significant other was arguing about it, I was like, yo, it's not a good look. Like, you had a whole nother guy, or I had a whole nother guy, like, ready to come and drive a whole hour just to, like, help me out. And you're, like, right down the street, and you was acting like you couldn't leave the cookout. He gave me a reason, but to me, that wasn't a good enough reason.
Right.
So at that point, you know, it looks like, do you consider that technically? Let's say I would have got the ride from the guy. Is that cheating in a sense?
No, that's not cheating. And if
That's
anything,
protecting myself, right?
yeah, in that exact situation, I'll blame the boyfriend versus you. Because once again, you're in a quote unquote emergency. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So now, if I'm not about to be the quote unquote superhero, you can't be mad somebody else come save you. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying?
Now, let's say I wasn't supposed to be talking to that person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now this comes a bigger issue where it's like, oh, so you still
Yeah.
standing
Now,
with
if
him?
you just now, let's say it's something like me and you dating, and
That
although,
wasn't
all
the
right,
case,
so
by the way. But I'm
yeah,
just
so
saying.
let's say it like this: I'm not um Bob the Builder type of guy, right? I'm not about to build a dresser or whatever like that, right? So I'm not an IKEA person, right? So let's say you buy something from IKEA where you got to put it together,
Mm-hmm.
and of course you may ask me, well, that's not what I do, so I really don't know how you want to get this thing built, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you decide you want to call your ex, who is a handyman for whatever the reason is, right? Or just another guy in general. Well,
Mm-hmm.
more of an ex than any guy in general, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Yes, to me, now you're crossing the lines. Let me ask you this. So I saw this clip on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it said basically like if a woman's like really emotional, she's more liable to cheat um in a situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like how you're trying to say, like let's say you're an emotional woman, your man just may not be giving you the attention you need or something like that. So because you might be like a person love language is touch. You know what I'm saying? And since you can't get that physical touch, if this is what you need, you may go find it. Do you think a lot of women would like cheat for like emotional reasons?
I think a woman can cheat for. I mean, I know you're asking me specifically about like her emotions, but I think it's possible that a woman could cheat in any factor, whether it's emotionally, mentally, or for mental reasons, emotional reasons, physical reasons, financial reasons. Like if you're lacking significantly in certain areas, that means you've opened up the door for another guy to come and fill that spot. And if it's that big of a deal to her, then she just could possibly end up.
So you do believe
That's
there's
he's working his way in that way.
so you do believe there is more than, let's say, the obvious three of cheating. How you said, like mentally, physically,
Emotionally,
emotionally, right?
financially.
Um, yeah, financially. So do you feel like there's other ways to cheat besides the, let's say, basic core cheating, the ways that people think of?
Well, I don't mean the ways and cheat. I'm saying like that's how he worked in it. So like let's say
Do you
I'm
feel like if you find somebody, like obviously in this situation, everybody's boyfriend and girlfriend, right?
mhm.
So on either side, if you go outsource something that your partner is lacking in, do you consider that cheating?
Anything.
Yeah, in the sense of you're asking another. I guess we're saying like X.
I'm literally just getting this like, if he's lacking finances and I go ask my ex for some money or something, he helps me out. Is that cheating?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's. I don't see it as cheating.
Okay.
Because you gotta understand.
You said financially though.
But what I was saying is, if he's lacking in finances and he's not able to like ever do for this girl or take her out, that's how you do. That's how she cheated. She might have cheated sexually.
That's the example you just said.
Hold on, you gotta listen.
Okay.
She might have cheated sexually, right? But like the way he worked his way in was through money.
Right.
But I thought you were saying like me borrowing the money, like are we having sex?
He's still working his way in. And that's all I'm saying. Everything ain't. And that's the basis of my question, right? Mm-hmm. Where I'm saying it's not the normal way of cheating, right? Or if you look at it like the way in, the Trojan horse in, right? So no, you may not have fucked him, right? But you do have another man providing for you.
No, I don't feel like that.
So now you don't look at like you're. Although your man can't do it,
I wouldn't say cheating, because to me cheating is very.
You're building a connection with another man.
I might not have been a connection. Did I borrow the money or did he give me the money?
But it starts from that seed, right? We understand it could be just a one-time thing. I'm with you on that, right? But it's the where you got it from versus is the principle of it.
I mean, did I need it or did I want
it? In this case, it doesn't matter.
Oh, no, I don't look at it as cheating then.
Okay, so then we reverse it, right? And let's step it up a level for you, right? If this is your husband, right? Mm-hmm. And his car, I don't know, breaks down, right? And he ain't got it, but he needs $300. He came to you, hey, I need $300. You don't have it, right? Mm-hmm. So now he goes to his ex-wife and get the money. And she fixes it. Ex-wife, right?
And I know his?
Whatever scenario makes it better for you. Either way, it's his ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have no problem with that.
I don't see me having a problem with it, but at the same time, like let's give a little more context. So I'm more likely the type to where if I'm supposed to show up for you and I can't, like I'm gonna I might have to borrow from somebody else just to get it to you or something.
No, see, we didn't say that. I'm saying in this scenario, you can't. You're not getting to him no kind of way.
And I can't point him to somebody where he can get it.
No, like whatever your resource.
You needed it. Go to yours. If all she gonna do is give you that little bit of money.
And now, which is fine. That's what we kind of said. Opening the door, right? Mm-hmm. So now that he does it once, he may feel more comfortable with keep doing it. So it could open up a door to a pattern now. So if it wasn't a problem one time, why would it be a problem the 10th time?
Because are you going back because you need it, or are you going back because you want it?
In each situation, I'm saying right now he needs it. Because in some situations, let's kind of open it a little bit, right? Let's say in some relationships, it'd be one-sided. Let's say financially, right? Somebody might be the spender, one person might be the saver in this situation, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes, unfortunately, although you would hope that you could, sometimes you can't go to your spouse for things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So in a situation where you can't go to your spouse for, let's just say, financial reasons, are you saying you're fine? Like, with you knowing that you're fine with him getting the money however he can get, no matter what?
I'm not gonna say no matter what.
But you saying you can't provide it. In this scenario,
no matter what.
You know, I'm saying the money, like from who? It doesn't matter who it's from.
No, because honestly, if my thing is when it comes down to, I guess, cheating. Okay. In a sense, and when I say cheating, I mean like more so physically cheating. Like, okay, you open up the door and now
that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's going to get down to that. It may not start that.
But see, you got to understand. Either I trust my person or I don't.
Okay. I'm guessing what I'm saying is, and I understand. And once again, I agree with you, right? Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, if we're going off the premises of if you're opening the door to something, we don't know what that door leads to, right? That's the basis of it, right? So it may have started off as I just need $300, right? Mm-hmm. But now, like I said, let's say it's a continuation, right? Now you might build this connection like, damn, this person's always there for me, right? Mm-hmm. And then it may grow until one night y'all was having a drink and it came physical. You know what I'm saying? So it may not have started the first day, mm-hmm. but because you opened the door to allowing this behavior, it may have grew into that indirectly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not saying nobody planned this, but it just so happened that is the start of it.
And then he ended up physically cheating with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what would I do?
No, I'm just saying off the basis, like if you knew that was the end result, would you still be fine with it if you knew that before?
I mean, I wouldn't, but I mean, like I said, it's hard to answer that because people gonna do what they want. Like, it don't have to be.
I say all this is accidental and innocent.
But yeah, even if it's that, it could still, like, you gotta understand. Sometimes it's like police officers. People have jobs where you might see that other person more than you see your significant other because of the long hours.
Right.
So it's just like if you sitting here taking money from your ex or whatever, and then one day y'all had a drink and it turned into something. That means even if you wasn't taking money, you could be with your coworker on a stakeout, whatever it is you're doing. You know what I'm saying? With them long ass hours, one thing leads to another. You had a bad day, you have a drink, and then you have sex with your coworker. I can't police everything you do.
I agree with that. But do you look at it, and okay, I agree with that aspect of it, right? In the aspect of what I was saying, like, unfortunately, as a partner, you're not able to provide this for this person.
Mm-hmm.
So do you look at, I'm not saying you are to blame or not to blame, right? But do you feel like you play any part into that if you're in a relationship and unfortunately, like I said, it's not on purpose, whatever, not to make it sound bad. Unfortunately, you cannot fill or check this box for this person. You know what I'm saying? And instead of just saying, you won't have it. You know, if you with me, you are saying like, I don't mind you still going out there and get it, but that still does come with a certain level of you allowed it.
No, I
don't. Okay.
Unless it's something that I agree to, like let's say, like if let's flip it on the man, right? If this guy's his job to provide or whatever, mm-hmm. and she really needs something she really needs and he's not getting it, may take a toll on him. Like, Dad, I'm supposed to provide for my woman and she had to go to another guy to get it, and then she ends up, one thing leads to another, she ends up cheating. He might be like, well, damn, I was supposed to show up for her, she wouldn't have been there.
That's what I'm saying. So
now, I get that.
Okay.
I get that if you went into the relationship with that understanding. But in your example, you supposed to have your own damn money to fix your car.
Why? Oh, because I'm still the man in that situation. Okay.
Even if I'm the woman, I'm supposed to have...
So no, but then that's what I said. As far as if we're saying it like that, right? Mm-hmm. Then as the woman, like I said, you're supposed to be the support, right? So the one time I needed support, you wasn't there to support me.
You say you kept going back.
Well, I'm just using. Okay, well, either way, support is support, right? Mm-hmm. It's you need support to lead, right? So to provide. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, this is your time to, whether it's 10 times a night, I had to provide for you more than 10 times. You know what I'm saying? Day-to-day actions.
And I'm supporting you, and you need to go to your ex-wife and get that money. You got my support.
So no matter how, and that's how I look at it, right? All right, you're saying, okay. I guess how I look at it, like, I said this to somebody. People be okay with, quote unquote, saying it, right? The mm-hmm. intent of it, but then don't feel like they can control the outcome.
You can't control the outcome of anything, though.
But you can control some of it. I look at it like that. I'm not saying, and you can look at it like jealous, territorial, whatever, right? I'm just saying on my accord, I'm not going to be the reason why. It's going to be some resistance there for me versus like allowing. Just like, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I get where you're coming from.
You know what I'm saying?
And most people, I would think that I would be the same, but I would hope that I wouldn't, just because, like I said, a lot of times you know who you're dealing with. Like when these people be out here.
Nah, I feel like that's a what's it called? Like not miscommunication, fairy tale. A lot of times you don't know who you're dealing with.
In some instances, you do. So let's say I got a guy, right? I'm gonna tell you a story.